Hi, Craig. Lance Lysowski from the Buffalo News. Uh, there were some rumors out there that you were considering a retirement, or that's the direction you were going. What was the thought process like? The last few weeks to months, considering what the next steps were for you, and what really attracted you about this opportunity in Buffalo that led you to sign the contract here.
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime a player gets kind of in the later years of their career, they kind of think of what other opportunities can I do? Where's my family at? Where are my kids at? And that obviously, was kind of in the mind there, even through last year. It's because like, where are we going? What's the plan? And as summer went on, and we're just kind of at home. I spent a lot of time with the family, and we talked that my wife and I that we're still not, if something happens, she's still 100% behind me as far as going, hey, keep chasing it, keep playing the dream that you love doing, and we'll support you. So that was kind of like the family side of things. It was kind of unexpected. We were kind of not expecting anything kind of to happen right off the bat on free agent. We were kind of waiting to see where the dust would settle with the goalie carousel that was going on. And, Buffalo had called, and, I think there's a good opportunity there to kind of share some wisdom with the group that's there. And I feel like I can still kind of give back to the game and give back to the organization, to the guys there that, share my knowledge and still compete.
Bill Happy at Times Herald. What was last year like for you in terms of just, I mean, I don't think you've really been a number three goalie in your career. Just what was it like waiting to play, and did you feel rusty? You seemed like you played very well in your limited appearances, but what was that whole experience like, being on the taxi squad and having to wait for your opportunities?
It was a good mental battle. I think I've learned over my career of how to be ready and how to stay ready. I went through in my younger playing days of being the backup, not playing a whole lot. Then when you get your opportunity, you fail, and then you get sent down. And I've kind of learned from those experiences, and that's the experiences that's I was able to kind of go off of and allow myself to play well when called upon. And it starts with practice habits. I had a lot of fun. I think it was a mindset. When you're expected, or when your mindset is to play every night and you're not, you get frustrated, and then that kind of carries over into your play and then your attitude around everybody. So it was more of a mindset change last year of hey, what can I do to help the guys around me? From all the guys in Washington, they made everybody on the taxi squad feel like they were part of the team, whether it was, hanging out in the hotel or, whatever it might have been that we were able to do to get together to make everyone feel involved. They did a great job as far as making everyone feel part of the team. And then, I used the practices as my games, pushed hard and made sure that when called upon, I was ready, because, we did have another goalie. We had Phoenix Copley on the taxi squad as well most of the year. So like at one point or another, if I wasn't doing the job, it could have been someone else. So that's still that fire to be ready when called upon is kind of what drives you to be your best every day. And that's where it starts in practice.
Hey, Craig, it's Bruce Garriock here. Just when you looked at the situation in Buffalo, and last year you had to go into Washington under a contract, and you were trying to get ready for something you didn't know if it was going to happen or not. How much does it help you going into camp, having a contract in your pocket and knowing that you have a job in some way, shape, or form?
It is I guess less stressful. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm honored to be, to have the contract and to be able to go in there. And my job now is to prove to Buffalo and everyone else the reason why they offered the contract, and make sure that I'm ready to go in there and do the job that they're asking me to do. So, I think it's again, it comes down to the mindset of setting goals. What's the goal here? The goal is to go in, earn your ice time. From the day my first year pro, when I had a coach tell me that everything is earned in this game, he wasn't wrong. And it took me a few years to kind of figure that out. But now once you kind of understand that, you do everything you possibly can to be ready, and you don't take anything for granted.
Hey, Greg, Paul Stockman with the CBS station here in Buffalo. You mentioned earlier about imparting wisdom on some of the younger guys. And I know, especially probably going into camp, you're most likely going to interact a lot with a young goaltender like Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen and some of the younger guys, maybe not necessarily in goal for this franchise, but what kind of knowledge would you impart or could you impart on a young goaltender like that, a guy with, kind of his career ahead of him? What have you learned in your time in the NHL that could help him potentially be one day a number one goaltender for this organization?
I think some of the things that I learned over the years, I had to go, through some hurdles of playing poorly, going back to the minors, just being happy to be in the league, which sent me back down to the minors, so there's lots of stepping stones in my career that I don't want to see these other guys make the same mistake. And I think that's the main thing is these are my experiences. This is what I've gone through. If I can help just one other guy not go through the same fate that I had, as far as getting bounced around or going through waivers 3 times in 2 weeks, that kind of stuff. And the reason why that happened, it was practice habits. It was mindset. It was just, being satisfied. And that is a problem to be a professional athlete. Of being satisfied, you'll be out. And that's my main lesson in my career was never be satisfied. And it took me a while to figure that out. And even down to summer workouts, doing enough. Are you doing enough, or are you doing more than enough to make sure you're ready to go? And, if you do the bare minimum, that's what you'll get. And that's unfortunately, a lot of guys play their entire careers just doing the bare minimum. Some guys can get away with it. Other guys end up being career minor leaguers because of it. And, there's a great opportunity for a lot of young guys to come in and grab hold of a job here. And, if I can instill that mentality of never be satisfied, hopefully they have long careers.
Craig, the game has evolved so much over your 17 years in the league, your position specifically, whether it's the equipment or the style, technique that has been deployed over 17 years. What's allowed you to really evolve and adapt as you've advanced in your career? Does it go into what you just spoke about as never being content, always striving to do more?
Yeah, there's, I think I've gone through numerous goaltending coaches. We've gotten along with the majority of them, as far as, being open-minded to learning new things. It started with, the reverse VH or HV, whatever they call it these days. So you had one knee down, one knee up on the post. Now we've switched it around where your skates on post. So working through those, you could be, you're on the ice 15, 20 minutes before practice, just going through some of these motions that maybe some people just don't see you doing that work. And that's the kind of effort that you need to evolve. Watching video, breaking down, being open-minded on when a guy tells you that you're doing something wrong, that's, can you be open-minded to taking critique and saying, all right, I see what you're saying. Let's try it. And if it doesn't work, let's find something that does work.
Greg, Paul Hamilton from WGR. Congratulations on coming to Buffalo. And you've had a lot of battles when you were with Ottawa against the Buffalo Sabres. These are two teams that went at it a lot. You guys had a lot of decent games against each other. Is it going to be weird to be on the other side of it?
I think so. I think last year was kind of a weird situation where you only played your division, and we never did get up to see the Ottawa team. So it's definitely gonna be weird, but at the same time, it's an opportunity here to go and play the game I love. It doesn't, whether you're wearing the Ottawa jersey or the Buffalo jersey, my job's to go out and stop the puck and continue to do what I love to do. And there'll be emotions, obviously, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to the opportunity to do it as well.
Hey, Craig, Jordan LeBarber here with Sabres.com. That lesson that you have to do more than the bare minimum. Do you remember when that set in for you, and what caused it to set in?
It set in when I went through waivers twice, or 3 times there. Went Chicago, Boston, St. Louis, back to Chicago. And then the following year I went back to the minors. So it was like, all right, your mindset could be, all right, be a content being a minor league guy, or, do you want to push? And that's when that summer, after I went back to the minors, was the summer I really, took a hold of my training, started getting a personal trainer on a daily basis, and kind of changed just the mindset of, hey, you could play hockey for the rest of your life, making National Hockey League money, or you can play in the minors and then have to go get a job when you're done. So, I think I love the game enough to say I'm willing to put myself through the off ice work to be able to play the game at the highest level.
Two things, Craig. Did you get to know Michael Pekka on the taxi squad? Well, I assume you did.
Yeah, we
And what-
played some golf together, and daily. We grinded daily, more or less, on the ice. He was great. He was a great guy to be around. He made things fun, kept it light with everybody. It was awesome.
And have you gotten to know? Have you had like a long conversation yet with Don Granato? Do you have any connections to him? Like, just what are your impressions of him?
I have a phone call with him after we're done here, so I haven't spoken to him yet. So I'll talk to him and kind of get his mindset of what he sees my role, and see where he wants me to help, and kind of what his expectations of me are. I'll find that out shortly.
All right, we're all set. Thanks for your time today, Craig.
Awesome. Thank you.